We welcome you inside the Dave Wills Gymnasium on the campus of Shady Spring High School in Shady Spring, West Virginia, as Video Productions proudly presents coverage of the 32nd Annual Scott Brown Memorial All-Star Basketball Classic. Both girls and boys basketball action here this afternoon. Along with our great Video Productions crew and championship coach Mick Price and Mark Martin, delighted to have you with us. And Mick, today's action, well, it's looking outside like it's a February Saturday afternoon, but we are here in April, and it is crazy weather-wise, but we got some outstanding basketball action about set to take place here in this event.
Yeah, it's crazy outside, but it does feel like January, February, playing on a Saturday afternoon game, so the looks outside makes basketball perfect. And, yeah, this is going to be a great event here, Mark. It's really special for these kids that are chosen to be a part of the Scott Brown Classic, and it's kind of neat that they get to play with some of the kids that they had to play against in their careers growing up, and they learn a little bit more about them and, you know, appreciative. And the coaches, it's good for the coaches too, because now you learn a little bit more about these kids and where you're going to college, where you're going to school, and it makes it a little bit more special.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Again, this event in its 32nd year, named in honor of the late great sports writer from the Beckley Register-Herald, Scott Brown, who passed away at the young age of 31 back in 1996 after battling diabetes for many, many years. He was such a fan of basketball, both girls and boys basketball.
Yeah, and what a great job he had done reporting it in this Beckley area of the state. And he was so instrumental in trying to get this thing going right here. And, boy, I tell you what a great event for these kids to be a part of it. I'll tell you, Mark, some of these kids are going to end up going to college together, and they're going to remember, hey, remember we played down there in the Scott Brown Classic. This goes a long way, more than just putting a basketball through a hoop.
When this event started, they had it at Park Junior High. Then they moved it to the Armory in Beckley. That's where it's been most of the time. It did shift to University High School a couple of years ago. And so now they're using this Dave Wills Gymnasium here in 2022, home of Shady Spring High School. The Tigers program of head coach Ronnie Olson, state champs in 2021, the runner-up in 2022. Great program he's got going here at Shady Spring. It's really a showplace.
Well, it's a beautiful facility. And Shady Spring is a really nice area in our state. If people haven't been down there, but it's a really nice area in our state. And this is a beautiful, beautiful basketball facility, and it's perfect for this game, Mark, because you have it with the number of people you have instead of having it in some place where it's a 10,000 seat arena or whatever. But I've been a part of this. I've been coaching in the Scott Brown Classic before and coaching the men's side of it. And it was over at the Beckley Raleigh County Armory when I coached there. This is a really great facility for this event.
All right, teams are out on the floor warming up as we speak and kind of get a feel here. We'll take a look at some of the young ladies that are going to play here in this opener. And this is the first time since 2011 that they have had a girls game as part of this classic. So, again, the Chick-fil-A team, they are off to our right here warming up in the white uniforms, and the Jan Care Ambulance team, it's in the maroon team. We'll get a look at them warming up here as well. And the Jan Care Ambulance team, it's consisting of 4A and 3A All-Stars, and they are guided by Jamie Lemaster from George Washington High School. His assistant coach is Bo Miller from Spring Valley High School. And then for the Chick-fil-A team, Tracy Rabin from Pikeview and Chad Metter from Summers County. They make up the coaching staff for a group that's made up of young ladies from 2A and 1A schools. So we got a neat variation of teams that will compete here today.
Yeah, and some of these kids have seen each other's names in the newspapers or box scores or whenever they report games. Many of these kids have played in the state girls basketball tournament, and so now they get to highlight it. But just because it's 4A and 3A together against 2A and single A together doesn't mean it won't be a competitive game, because sometimes the smaller schools feel like they got something to prove.
Yeah.
And so when you get a chance to have an opportunity to go against some of the kids that maybe wasn't on your schedule, you didn't play, you might step it up a little bit and play.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Bob Boland, who is the director of this great event along with Sammy Hall, says. You know, the 2A and 1A players, they want to battle against these players from the bigger schools, so they like this setup, they like this format, and thus that's how we'll do it here. So, again, it looks like a cold, wintry day outside, but inside all-star basketball. We're getting set for the first girls game since 2011 here in the Scott Brown Memorial All-Star Basketball Classic presented by Little General Stores, and you're watching live streaming coverage here on Video Productions. We'll break away, and when we come back, you're going to get to meet the players for this game, and we'll have three-point shooting competition before we tip this one off. Again, this is live streaming coverage of the 32nd annual Scott Brown Memorial All-Star Basketball Classic on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, and a little thing I love about the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is when you taste that bacon, you get that smoky flavor with that sweetness from the brown sugar. So you just get sweet, savory, and it all blends together into this perfect bite.
Hey, I'm Couture, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is it kind of melts in your mouth, so you know it's creamy, cheesy, and delicious. This gooey mac makes me cheese every time.
Midstate Ford, where every deal is a Big John deal. Northside Drive, Route 19 in Summersville. Come see why people from all over the great state of West Virginia are making the drive to Summersville. Incredible deals on brand new Fords. The state's guaranteed lowest price on brand new F-150s, Super Duties, and more. Plus incredible service after the sale at Midstate Ford, Northside Drive, right off of Route 19 in Summersville. Online anytime at midstatefordwv.com.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
Don't throw your tax return out the window. Make a wise investment with new replacement windows, siding, and doors from Window World of Beckley. Tax returns spent right. Our products add value, curb appeal, and energy efficiency to any home. We've been improving homes for over 18 years, and that makes us proud. Call 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW for your free in-home estimate. Window World of Beckley. We're more than just windows.
Back inside the Day Wills Gymnasium, we are getting set for the girls' showdown here in the 32nd annual Scott Brown Memorial All-Star Basketball Classic. Again, three-point shooting will get us going here. And Keith Thompson, great radio voice here in Southern West Virginia, the public address announcer today, and he is going to be giving us our introductions of our players here for the Chick-fil-A 2A and 1A All-Stars and the Jan Care Ambulance Team, the 4A and 3A Stars.
Classic this afternoon. We have the girls shootout. Then we'll have the girls game at 2:30, and then the boys shootout Scott Brown. We lost this young man a number of years ago, and if there was ever a component for girls sports, it was Scott. He was one of the good guys. He really was. And he's a lot of people's minds today. So Scott just was pretty well. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and introduce the teams, and as we will get ready to do that, then we'll do the anthem, and then we will do the three-point shootout. First of all, for the single A, the AAA single A Chick-fil-A team, the head coach Tracy Rager from Pikeview, meeting at Midwood with the Quad A champion ambulance, head coach Jamie Lemasters, George Washington. The assistant coaches for Chick-fil-A, Chad of Summers County. Meeting at half-court with Bo Miller from Spry Valley, Olivia Washington from George Washington, and Noah Moody from GW. And now, let's meet the players. First of all, for Chick-fil-A, number 2 from Gilmer County, Malaysia Morgan. Being at court with Capitals, number 2, Delia Oxley. For Chick-fil-A from Gilmer County, number 3, Kara Ferguson. Being at court with Rainbow East, number 3, Deja Summers. For Chick-fil-A from Logan, number 4, Abby Myers. Meeting at court with Spring Valley's number 4, Riley Spry. For Chick-fil-A out of Pikeview, number 12, Hannah Purdue. Meeting at half court with Princeton's number 5, Lauren Parrish. For Chick-fil-A from Gilbert County, number 15, Trinity Bancroft. Meeting at half court with Capitals number 10, Natalia Sales. For Chick-fil-A from Shady Spring, number 21, Brooklyn Gibson. Meeting at half court with Woodward Wilson's number 14, Olivia Zielkowski. For Chick-fil-A from Summers County, number 22, Maggie Stover. Meeting at half court with the Bills, number 21, Samaya Lynch. For Chick-fil-A from Chapmanville, number 23, Claire Dingus. Meeting at half court with St. Albans, number 22, Ted Dow. For Chick-fil-A from Pikeview, number 25, Anaya Brown. Meeting at half court with George Washington's number 23, Amari Washington. Number 33 from Shady Spring, Kiera Richmond. Meeting at half court with Woodrow Wilson's number 42, Indiana Wall. And the last player to be introduced from Wyoming East, number 42, Hannah Blankenship. And now, if you will, please, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for our national anthem.
National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Tax return out the window. Make a wise investment with new replacement windows, siding, and doors from Window World of Beckley. Tax returns spent right. Our products add value, curb appeal, and energy efficiency to any home. We've been improving homes for over 18 years, and that makes us proud. Call 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW for your free in-home estimate. Window World of Beckley. We're more than just windows.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
And we welcome you back here inside the Day Wills Gymnasium, campus of Shady Spring High School. Shady Spring, West Virginia, getting set for action here at the 32nd Annual Scott Brown Memorial All-Star Classic, being presented by Little General Stores. And our coverage here today on Video Productions also being presented by Little General Stores. And we are getting set for three-point competition here. The girls' all-star game is first, followed by the boys' all-star game. So the boys will have also three-point competition along with a slam dunk event. And so in this three-point shooting competition, Hannah Blankenship from Wyoming East, it appears, will be our first competitor of the game. Getting some things organized here. Adriana Law from Beckley, Woodrow Wilson, Riley Spry of Spring Valley, Hannah Purdue from Pikeview, Trinity Bancroft from Gilmer County. Those are going to be the competitors here in the three-point competition. All right, so Blankenship, young lady that played at Wyoming East, senior and a 5'9" forward, going to go to WVU Tech. She averaged 6.9 points per game for Angie Boncini's Lady Warriors, and what a great, outstanding high school basketball program that Coach Boncini has put together there at Wyoming East, Mick.
Yeah, she's done a wonderful job at Wyoming East, and her kids have always responded pretty well. She's always got very competitive teams, and they've been really good over the past several years.
All right, at the moment, Blankenship has nailed 4 3-pointers. Again, they had competition to establish who the 5 would be. And now Blankenship, as you hear Keith Thompson, 10 seconds to go. And Barry's 2 in a row there from the corner, make it 3 in a row. And Blankenship, she was on fire there, Mick, to end it. And she comes away with 10 3-pointers.
Well, in the three-point contest, it's all about consistency and range of motion. If you can keep that same consistent move and you start seeing a couple go in, you probably have a pretty good day. But if you're all over that rim and you're knocking the paint off of it, it can be a long 30. It can be a long 1 minute.
All right, Riley Spry out of Spring Valley High School. She stands 5'2", averaged 8 points a game this season. Going to go to Marshall and major in orthodontics. Her head coach, Bo Miller, is the assistant to Jamie Lemaster on this Jan Care Ambulance 4A and 3A team. And Spry at the rainbow going there, and 2 in a row. So from the right-hand corner, she knocks down 2, now from the wing. We're going to try to match or surpass Hannah Blankenship, who led it off with 10 now from the top of the key. Under 30 seconds to go, so Spry right now at 6 as she moves over to the left wing. So Spry now from the corner, got to get busy here. And that will do it for Spry, and she'll finish with 7. So Blankenship the leader at the moment through 2 competitors with 7, with 10, and Spry finishes with 7.
It's always a little more pressure when you do it in front of people, Mark. I mean, they did it in practice to see who can get here, and there's not much pressure in practice. But when you got some people in the gym and parents and coaches and people coming around, a little more pressure involved in it.
All right. All right, so the Jan Care team, Adriana Law, 5'7", average 12 points a game this season, and Law is ready to go. Played for Brian Neighbors, there Beckley Woodrow Wilson, and she comes out of the gate firing, hitting her first 3.
You have to have a short memory in this, Mark. If you miss one, you just got to get back on track. Get your feet right, get your hand right, get your elbow in. Do things that you do normally.
And she hit her first 3, and now looking for that 4th, and there it is from the top of the key.
Just got to see the ball go in the bucket. If you see it go in, kind of helps you mentally.
All right, Law now moving over to the right wing. She, at the moment, is at 4. And Hannah Blankenship, 10 to get the competition started. Riley Spry followed with 7, so now time winding down here for Adriana Law. And she finishes with 5. Boy, it started so well, Mick, for her with those first 3, but struggled there as she went around the horn, but finishes with 5.
Well, if you're Tracy Rabin, you don't want to let her shoot during the game in the left corner because that's where she made 3 of those 5 from. So you keep her out of the left corner so she can do some scouting during this 3-point.
All right, ready to go here now. And from the Chick-fil-A team, it's going to be Trinity Bancroft out of Gilmer County High School. Undecided on where she's going to go collegiately, but she's going to major in the medical field. Outstanding player there for Amy Chapman of Gilmer County. And we just think about it, Mick. Amy Chapman, 3 of her Gilmer County Lady Titans are going to be competing here in this Scott Brown Memorial Classic.
Well, Amy has done an outstanding job at Gilmer County. Her teams are always successful, very competitive. And you're looking at a young lady that's shooting right now that had over 1,000 points in her high school career, 2-time All-Stater. And, yeah, she will be missed, but Amy seems to reload up at Gilmer.
All right, Bancroft right now is at 8 as she moves into the right-hand corner. Again, Blankenship out of Wyoming East is the leader with 10. And Bancroft trying to catch that. And she will finish right at the buzzer with the shooter's roll, but that will have her at 9. So she moves into second place at the moment and should advance to the next round. We'll see what happens here. So it's now going to be Tracy Rabin's own player from Pikeview, Hannah Purdue.
She averaged 20 points a game, Mark, so we know that she can put the ball in the hole.
No doubt about it. Great player. Going to go to Concord. Helped lead Pikeview into the state tournament. And they won a thrilling overtime game over Nitro, the defending champs, before falling in the semifinals. So Purdue trying to find her mark here. She moves to the top of the key. Now from the right wing, she's at 4, make it 5. And she moves into the right-hand corner. Under 10 seconds to go. And she's at 8. I'll make that 7, forgive me. Looking for 8 and will not be able to get it. So in that opening round, Blankenship with 10, Spry with 7, Purdue with 7, Bancroft with 9, and Law had 5.
Both have 9. 9.
All right, we thought we had Bancroft or make that Blankenship with 10, but now officially 9. So 9 for Blankenship and 9 for Bancroft.
Overtime.
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 Next round here.
Well, they've shot and kind of get the nerves off. Maybe they'll do a little bit better of knocking some shots down.
All right, so Blankenship will start it out here. And she led off our competition.
All right, first up will be Hannah Blankenship, and Hannah will go on the buzzer.
All right, so right out of the gate, Blankenship buries her first 2, and now with that one in and out. So 3 of her first 5 as she moves to the wing. Hannah Blankenship helped Wyoming East win the state championship in her junior season. They returned to the championship this year and fell to Parkersburg Catholic in what was a rematch. So Blankenship right now at 9. So 18 in this competition. And plenty of time here, Mick, in the corner.
Yeah, they can't rush themselves. They got to pace themselves and just keep on. She's got plenty of time. She rushed a couple of those earlier.
Now she finishes with 11. So 20 overall for Blankenship in this competition. All right, so that will bring in Trinity Bancroft. Another look there at Blankenship. And she finished things off there. And you're watching live streaming coverage of the 32nd annual Scott Brown Memorial All-Star Basketball Classic presented by your local Little General Stores right here on Video Productions. Great to have all of you with us as we bring you girls' three-point shooting competition to get our day started. Our producer-director today, Butch Mounts, the executive producer of Video Production Sports. Bob Olin is the classic director. Sammy Hall, the assistant. Nick Eskins, part of our crew today. And we're delighted to be joined by West Virginia High School basketball coaching legend Mick Price from Ravenswood High School and Mark Martin. So right now, Trinity Bancroft, well, she's at 10, tying Blankenship. She's at 11. And now looking for number 12, and she's got it, and that will do it. Trinity Blankenship. Now you had a couple of teammates, Mick, battling it out to see who would be the winner.
And I'm sure they've done that before, and probably some of the shooting drills that Chapman's done. But she did a nice job. She got a rhythm going. She shot with a lot of confidence. And you can tell that young lady has shot the basketball a good many times in her lifetime getting ready for this event.
You know, Trinity was one of the last ones that we had not had the chance to speak with and get info from. And actually, she sent us info as we were en route here today to Beckley. And lo and behold, one thing she didn't really tell us, hey, I could knock down some threes.
Yeah. Well, all we knew is she averaged 16 points a game, and she was a two-time first-team All-Stater. We knew she scored over 1,000 points, but she really shot well. So, it was nice to see one of Amy's girls knock it down, and two of them, like you said, two teammates. So it was really good.
All right, we're going to break away here. When we come back, we will be getting you set for action between these two All-Star teams. First girls All-Star game since 2011. You're watching live streaming coverage of the 32nd annual Scott Brown Memorial Classic, being presented by your local Little General Stores on Video Productions.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Modley's Plumbing and Heating of Beckley, West Virginia is now hiring journeyman or master plumbers. You must have a West Virginia plumbing license and a valid driver's license. All interested parties may apply at Modley's Plumbing and Heating at 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Or interested applicants can call 304-253-HELP. Once again, you may apply in person at Modley's Plumbing and Heating, 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Modley's Plumbing and Heating is an equal opportunity employer.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Don't throw your tax return out the window. Make a wise investment with new replacement windows, siding, and doors from Window World of Beckley. Tax returns spent right. Our products add value, curb appeal, and energy efficiency to any home. We've been improving homes for over 18 years, and that makes us proud. Call 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW for your free in-home estimate. Window World of Beckley. We're more than just windows.
We welcome you back inside the beautiful Dave Wills Gymnasium here on the campus of Shady Spring High School, Shady Spring, West Virginia, along with 700 game winner Mick Price from Ravenswood High School. Mark Martin, delighted to have you with us. And Mick, as we look at these two teams, we'll kind of run them down, then we'll get into strategy for this one. And when you talk about the 2A, 1A squad, the Chick-fil-A squad, they'll be in the white. Malaysia Morgan from Gilmer County, joined by teammates Kara Ferguson and Trinity Bancroft. Abby Myers from Logan, Hannah Purdue from Pikeview. You have Brooklyn Gibson and Kiera Richmond, both from Shady Spring. Maggie Stover out of Summers County High School. Claire Dingus from Chapmanville. Anya Brown from Pikeview. And Hannah Blankenship from Wyoming East. And we just saw Trinity Bancroft win the three-point shooting for this Chick-fil-A team and knocked off her teammate, Hannah Blankenship. And when you look at the Jan Care Ambulance team, the 4A and 3A stars, and it is a group of 9. They lost one player, Natalia Sales from Capital, they were hoping to have. So the Chick-fil-A team will have 11 players. The Jan Care Ambulance team will have 9. So Talia Boxley out of Capital is one of the players for Jamie Lemasters' Jan Care Ambulance team. Deja Summers from Greenbrier East. Riley Spry from Spring Valley. Lauren Parrish from Princeton. Olivia Zielkowski from Beckley Woodrow Wilson. Samaya Lynch from Oak Hill. Jaden Daub from St. Albans. Amari Washington from George Washington. And Adriana Law from Beckley. Again, Tracy Rabin, Pikeview High School, just finished up her second year. The head coach, Chad Metter of Summers County, he's the assistant. And for the 4A, 3A squad, again sponsored by Jan Care Ambulance, Jamie Lemaster out of George Washington, assisted by Bo Miller from Spring Valley. So, Mick, you've been a part of all-star games, and so you bring a collection of athletes together. You got about maybe 2 days with them, and then you go out there and play basketball. They're all talented. They were among, if not the best, one of the best players on their respective teams, and now here you bring them all together. What's the strategy here?
Well, the strategy as a coach is to keep it simple, stupid, because you can't put an offense in, you can't put a bunch of out-of-bounds plays in or things like that. You want to do things that's pretty generic that everybody that you're talking to on your team can do. And I'm sure some of these coaches, they're pretty well aware of what some of the kids can do because they played against them during the season. So they've got a little bit of background information on it. But what in a game like this, beat your man off the dribble. If you can get to the rim, get to the rim. If you can't penetrate, pitch, let it fly a little bit, and then try to run the break. The more times you can run the break and get easy offense and easy transition layups, the less you have to do defensively. I would have most of them have probably played a pretty good defensive package in their high school careers, so you can play a little bit of everything out there defensively. But having known some of these people, and then as the game goes along, you're going to find out who does what and who can't do what. And as a coach, you want to call timeout and say, hey, we got to make sure we get near number 42 or we get near number 15 because they're really hurting us. And you have to do that. Also, as a coach, you want to make sure all the kids play and have fun. And so that's important too, because these kids are going to remember this moment of playing this game and who they were playing with. It's going to mean a lot more to them later in their later years than it does right now, because it was a great combination of seniors from around the area.
And when you think about your career, you've had the chance to coach in this game, you've had a chance to coach in the Little Kanawha Conference All-Star Game, the Battle Against Cystic Fibrosis All-Star Game, and also North-South basketball. What did it mean to you?
Well, it meant to me is I love the relationships that we had with the players that played on our teams and even the other kids that played on the other teams. These are kids that we had seen or we've watched as a coach or we've scouted against or we've played, our teams have played against them. And it's really nice to get a view of that kid maybe from a different look than from a scouting report. He's not just a right-hander that goes right, can pull up and shoot a 15-footer. He's a kid that's going to med school. He's a kid that's going to engineering. His dad and mom are both dentist in the area. He's got brothers and sisters, and I think knowing a little bit more about the families and the kids was really kind of neat to me, because you don't look at them that way when you coach against them.
All right, players are heading to the respective benches, and we're getting close to tipping it off, and we will return and have action for you. Girls All-Star Showdown here at the 32nd Annual Scott Brown Memorial All-Star Basketball Classic, presented by Little General Stores here on Video Productions.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good. Every single time you bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop the crispy top, and it's so good. It's so homey. It's like, wow, thank you. I needed that.
Midstate Ford, where every deal is a Big John deal. Northside Drive, Route 19 in Summersville. Come see why people from all over the great state of West Virginia are making the drive to Summersville. Incredible deals on brand new Fords. The state's guaranteed lowest price on brand new F-150s, Super Duties, and more. Plus incredible service after the sale at Midstate Ford, Northside Drive, right off of Route 19 in Summersville. Online anytime at midstatefordwv.com.
The LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Jay Rutledge, Don Burton, Josh Wright are the officials for our game here today. Again, Butch Mounts, our producer-director, and the executive producer of Video Production Sports, joined by Nick Eskins, Bob Olin, our classic director, Sammy Hall, the assistant. And we are ready to go for the first time in 2011, a girls all-star showdown here at the Scott Brown Memorial Classic. And again, the team in maroon, Jan Care Ambulance, And they are a team that features players from 4A and 3A squads, and they are in the maroon, and in the white, players from the 2A and 1A squad, the Chick-fil-A team. And we're off and running here, McPrice. Andri on a law, driving and couldn't get it to go. And here comes Hannah Purdue down the floor, off to Bancroft, and Bancroft, who just won that three-point shooting competition, can't get it to drop, and playing 20-minute halves here inside the Dave Wills Gymnasium.
Both teams will be filling each other out right here, Mark, going up and down, seeing where they got any advantages or disadvantages, and it'll be interesting to kind of watch how it goes early in this first 20 minutes.
Adriana Law, and from way outside, firing up the shot, and unable to get it to drop was Jaden Daub from St. Albans. And now the Chick-fil-A team rifling it up as well, and unable to fall through there for Shady Spring High School product, Kiara Richmond, and Richmond comes away with the basketball, so she's pretty comfortable in this arena.
Yeah, she's probably made a few shots in this gym before.
From the outside, shot knocked down, and on the board first is the Chick-fil-A team as Purdue drills it.
Yeah, she's really come out very aggressive in this game. A lot of kids are hesitant, don't know what they should do, what they shouldn't do. And, man, she's come out. She's done a nice job on the break. She got her chance to put up a shot, so I like her game.
Bancroft letting it fly in and out, but keeping it alive there for the Chick-fil-A team is Malaysia Morgan. Morgan out of Gilmer County High School.
Think about that, 3 girls from Gilmer County High School that's going to be played in this game today, and there's a reason why they had a great season. These 3 girls led them in a lot of categories, I'm sure.
And what a championship game it was there in single A against Cameron. And, of course, Amy Chapman's program winning a championship a few years back over Powerhouse St. Joe. So what a job she's done there at the school located in Glenville, which is also a school that is home to the NCAA Division II champs. Adriana Law lets it go, can't get it to drop, and Tracy Wyatt Rabin, the head coach for this Chick-fil-A team, as Blankenship strokes it and gets it to fall through. That is where Tracy Rabin played her college ball, and what a player she was in the school's Hall of Fame.
Mark, I like the way the Chick-fil-A team has come out and then show no fear. They're going right after it, and they're letting it fly. They're doing a nice job.
Going to have a whistle and a foul.
Won't be a lot of those today. You can see right here, she got her feet set. She's comfortable. She's walked right into it, and that's something as a defense. Can't let a kid that's a good shooter walk right into a shot.
Richmond committed the foul, her first, and that's team foul number 1. So the Jan Care ambulance team looking to get on the board, and they will as Daub knocks it down from outside.
From well behind 19-9, Mark. That would have been good from the NBA, Mark.
Jaden
Daub. How
Daub.
far she is behind. There you can see how far she is behind it. That's a good 3-4 feet behind there.
Well, when talking with Jamie Lemaster and kind of breaking down his team, and he talked about Daub, he said, well, she's an excellent three-point shooter, and she shows it right there. And here's Blankenship. We know she can stroke it as she finished as the runner-up in the three-point contest. She's got a couple here. 9-3 game. Nice pass down low as Olivia Zielkowski scores it out of Beckley Woodrow Wilson.
Great pass. Great pass to get her the ball. Good eyes.
This is Richmond from the outside. Her shot a little strong, but a nice rebound there by Morgan, and then she'll get it off to her former Titan teammate, Bancroft. From the free throw line, nice little soft shot that goes for Blankenship, who has an early 8 points.
Yeah, she's really got off here really well and shot the ball well. And boy, once you see it go in.
Daub firing and connecting. Daub with a second triple in the game.
There can't be 6 inches difference where she shot that and the one before. Somebody's going to have to go out there and sit on them bleachers and get her out of that shot.
Daub averaged 13.3 a game for the Red Dragons. Zielkowski gets the rebound. Quick hands there. Here's Daub with it. We'll see a lot of new players get set to check in. Zelkowski maneuvers and scores. Zelkowski now with 4 in the game.
That was a great move down on the baseline. You can tell she's worked on that move before.
Olivia Zielkowski, honorable mention, All-State. Here's a steal by Daub, and looking to give this Jancare team its first lead of the game, but couldn't get the layup to drop in. Blankenship there with the rebound. Bancroft to Morgan, and Morgan going to be bumped, and a foul will be called.
We'll have some wholesale changes here, Mark. It looks more like hockey at this point than it does basketball, but in an all-star game, as I'd mentioned before, you want to try to get kids in. You want to try to get them in and play. Looks like they're going at about 5 minutes in this first 20 minutes to get guys in and out, and that's that's good that the kids get to play in this thing. I mean, that they get about the same amount of time.
Malaysia Morgan at the free throw line out of Gilmer County High School, heading to Marshall, going to major in psychology, all Little Kanawha Conference and all-state performer. Average 16.3 points a game. Can't get that second free throw to go down. And Riley Spry, number 4 in maroon. She's in the game now. Lauren Parrish, number 5. She's out of Princeton High School. Spry from Spring Valley High School. Samaya Lynch is checked in, and we're going to have an offensive foul called.
On a pick. Yeah, illegal pick. Got to get set. Won't be a whole lot of calls here. You can see right here as she comes off this, the pick's going to be coming from the elbow. As she comes out of that elbow, she's still moving, and so she didn't give her time to get set right there.
So Amari Washington out of George Washington. She wears number 23. She commits the foul, so it's team foul number 2. Kara Ferguson, number 3 in the game for this Chick-fil-A squad. Abby Myers, number 4. She has entered the contest. Claire Dingus is number 23. Anya Brown, number 25. And Maggie Stover, number 22, all wearing the white. Yeah, pretty good defense there, McPrice.
Well, that's something these kids aren't used to, Mark, is a shot clock violation. 30-second shot clock today, and usually in an all-star game you don't have to have a 30-second shot clock at all, but not only was it good defense, but the offense was doing a good job trying to get a good shot off.
On the move is Lynch. Getting it to go is Samaya Lynch. And she's out of Oak Hill, Mick, and if that name rings a bell, it should. Stuff Lynch, who is in attendance here, her cousin, one of the all-time great Oak Hill Red Devils.
One of the most talented, unbelievably could jump out of the gym. Stuff Lynch, when he played, my gosh. What teams they had during that period of time, Mark, at Oak Hill.
Played for Ron Lewis and Fred Ferry. Kara Ferguson at the free throw line and nails her first shot from the stripe. Ferguson averaged 12 points a game this season for Gilmer County. She's going to go to Glenville, major in pre-med, and considering playing for that great program that Kim Stevens has put together in Glenville.
Well, I'm sure she's watched them play several times, and I'm sure it's that was a big plus for the kids at Gilmer County to get to see that team that was that good.
Shot up, and it goes there. Nice play by Abby Myers.
A little Euro step going in there.
Collision down low. And we'll get the foul call here. Let's get another look here at that nice play by Myers.
Yeah, she did a nice job changing direction, getting the ball up above the defensive's hand, giving it a chance to get down.
So Jaden Daub going to check out of the game. Boxley's back in. And a turnover there by the Jancare squad, so the Chick-fil-A team will have it.
Nice job by Myers coming down out of the top and getting the double team on that to force a turnover.
So back to work goes Chick-fil-A as they lead it here 16-12, wearing the white, Jan Kerr in the maroon. Jan Kerr team made up of 4A and 3A All-Stars and players from AA and single-A squads on the Chick-fil-A team. Takeaway by Jan Kerr Ambulance. And here's Boxley from the outside. We had a good look there, but just a little short.
Nice pass.
Yeah, beautiful feed, and just unable to finish there is Anya Brown. Brown played at Pikeview, but she knows all about this gym as well. Her father, Ron Olson, the great coach here at Shady Spring High School, and teams in back-to-back championship games.
I'm sure she's come in here for some shooting lessons.
I'm sure she has. Zielkowski getting set to check back in, and here is nice shot by Amari Washington, knocking it through to make it a 16-14 game. Ferguson cut off. Now she finds the opening, trying to use that glass. And Brown there got the missed shot, put it back up, and swatted away, but they're going to get Boxley for a foul.
That was a great job on the offensive glass by Brown. She immediately got to the ball, tried to find it and get it back up to try to draw the foul. Really good job getting on the glass. An underrated thing in basketball, the offensive glass.
And we've got a timeout here on the floor. 16-14 game. You're watching live streaming coverage of the 32nd annual Scott Brown Memorial All-Star Basketball Classic, presented by your local little general stores here on Video Productions.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good every single time. You bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop the crispy top, and it's so good. It's so homey. It's like, wow, thank you. I needed that.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Great entertainment here, and the Chick-fil-A All-Stars leading the Jan Kerr All-Stars 16-14. What have you seen, Mick?
Well, first of all, I thought both teams come out and was aggressive. They didn't seem to be too intimidated by the moment. Now they're kind of getting the flow and seeing what the game's going to be like. I'm glad that the game is up and down. It's better for the fans when the game's up and down in an All-Star game. And every one of their players have been involved, whether it's with a pass or a screen or getting them down or playing good defense. So they're meshing into making it for a pretty good half of basketball.
Hannah Blankenship leading the way for the Chick-fil-A team in the white. She's buried a couple of threes and also a two-pointer, has 8 in the game. And Jaden Daub from St. Albans High School in the maroon uniforms of the Jan Kerr squad. She has a couple of threes, leads the way. Anya Brown at the line. And she is, again, the daughter of Ron Olson, head coach for the boys here at Spring Valley High School. She played her ball at Pikeview, averaged 11 a game, outstanding volleyball player, and really maybe the most impressive thing about this young lady, Mick, she spent time in the ROTC programs, the National Guard. She's been to Missouri and going to go to Alabama this summer and then be a part of the ROTC program at West Virginia. She's really doing a lot for her country at a very young age.
Well, she's not only doing a lot for her country, but it's going to help her when she gets there and help her with her education, because I have a young man named Lakin Tucker at Ravenswood that's doing the exact same thing. And he went to Alabama last year. So this year I think he's going someplace else. But, yes, it's great, and it's great that you have people like that that's going to be involved.
18-14 games. Zielkowski out of Beckley gets the rebound and feeds it off to Lauren Parrish. Parrish out of Princeton. Leah Boxley gets it to Spry, and now here's a pass that Brown comes away with for the Chick-fil-A team. And Brown wanting to take it coast to coast, but that one is short, and Boxley comes out of there with it. And Boxley, the Capital Cougar, who averaged 13.3, and boy, what a turnaround for that Capital Girls program. Under Michael Cunningham, didn't win a game first season as the head coaches. They kept grinding, and then they get to the state tournament. Here comes Parrish on a steal for the Jan Care team. Gets it to go, and we're tied at 18.
Well, you've just seen 2 transition layups, and both of them were very aggressive. And you had mentioned about the Capital program. Well, when you have someone like that that's averaging a double-double for the season, that's going to help turn your program around.
So here's Lauren Parrish, averaged 8.1 a game for the Lady Tigers, and she gives the Jan Care team its first lead of the contest.
Yeah, they got snowed under there for a little bit, but they stayed right in it. But they're playing good defense, Mark. I mean, the Jan Care team's really playing good defense right here.
Ferguson out of Gilmer County. Nice bounce pass looking down low for Claire Dingus out of Chapmanville Regional High School. So Purdue will check back in. Blankenship comes back in. Wholesale changes here. Bancroft, Richmond, and Malaysia Morgan all back in for the Chick-fil-A team. So fresh new 5 out on the floor.
Nice move.
Blankenship made that nice move and then found Morgan, couldn't convert. Samaya Lynch to play her college ball at West Virginia Wesleyan. Zielkowski wide open.
What a great pass. Great eyes.
(21-18) game. Zielkowski with 7 points here in the first half. Blankenship looking down low, and Zielkowski using her height there. Bat that one away. Parrish on the move. And Parrish got the shot off the miss by Zielkowski, and she'll be fouled.
Parrish did a nice job getting the ball down, looking backside. Good eyes to look back, find an open teammate. Really sharing the ball well.
So it was Purdue committing the foul. 5 team fouls now on the Chick-fil-A squad. So at the free throw line is Parrish.
Here's a move where she goes right down the middle. Look, she goes down the middle. She looks at the backside. Overhelp by the defense. Great play.
Olivia Zielkowski. Stays at a 21-18 game, and Purdue launching, can't get it to drop. Rebound there by Deja Summers. Summers out of Greenbrier East driving and shot off the mark there. Here comes the Chick-fil-A squad.
And she got that ball out in front of her, Mark. When you get it out in front of you like that, there's a good chance somebody's going to tie it up. So
Dow will check back in for Jan Care, and Parrish heads out. Jan Care with the basketball and a 3-point lead here under the 10-minute mark in this first half.
And it's a pretty high pace, Mark, and I don't know how much these girls have played. I mean, they're not playing AAU right now, and so I don't know how much they have played coming into this All-Star game. Some of them may have played some.
Again, all are seniors, and, of course, some are going on to play college ball, some are not.
Yeah, and you know, we didn't talk about that earlier, but for some of these girls, it's the last time they're going to play in a basketball game. You know, that there's actually going to be officials out here and stuff. They might play in college in intramurals or something, but playing in a basketball game. So it's kind of, sad that their season and their careers are coming to an end, but yeah, I'm sure they're happy to go to the next stage of their life.
Boxley at the free throw line, again, undecided on her college. Will major in biology, and all-stater. Can't get either free throw to drop there. Here comes Bancroft right down the lane. Can't get it to go, though. Adriana Law on the move, and Law with the reverse hand. Nice move by Law.
Sure was. She got the ball into her right hand on that side of the basket, almost got it up and under.
Hannah Purdue firing over on the near side here to Kiera Richmond. Ball out of bounds will stay with the Chick-fil-A squad, which had the early lead, and then Jan Care taking over, checking in for Chick-fil-A squad, Brooklyn Gibson. Heading to Concord to major in biology. She wears 21, and again, Shady Spring product. So playing right here in her home gym, the beautiful Dave Wills Gymnasium. Richmond rifles, shot too strong there. Zelkowski clears for Jancare. Boxley, her shot off the mark there, and a rebound by Malaysia Morgan.
You can see why Gilmer County was able to get the ball from one end to the other, because Malaysia does a great job of getting the ball blocked out and getting it out to the wings.
Chick-fil-A team, though, coming up empty, so that comes Jancare looking to add to his three-point lead. Here's Law, and she loses the handle on it, and taken away by Richmond. Morgan is open, and Morgan will score it. And we've got a timeout here on the floor and a 30-second timeout. And
nice job of getting the ball. She does a nice job of looking in. She has a defensive player going by. She concentrates, put the ball up in the hole, and that gets them back down within one.
21-20, our score in the boys' game. Coming up here on Video Productions here at the 32nd Annual Scott Brown Memorial All-Star Basketball Classic. Delighted to have you with us, along with state coaching legend Mick Price and our great crew. I'm Mark Martin.
So, Mark, let me mention something here that we didn't talk too much about because we didn't have time in the pregame, but we're using a 30-second shot clock. We've played 12 minutes of basketball, and it's only been used once. This game's been up and down.
Yes, it
and
has.
I don't think the shot clock's going to come into value in very much of these all-star games. But when these kids go into college and stuff, they're going to have one. It's probably good that they kind of get an idea about it.
Credit to these young ladies for adapting,
Yeah.
On the fly here.
And most of them don't have to adapt. Just go play. You don't even look at it. Just not even going to mess around with it. Just go play.
So the Jancare team in the maroon with the basketball and the 1-point advantage. Jaden Daub, a couple of early threes, has it and gives way to Leah Boxley, and Boxley drives and scores. She has 4.
She is so good at getting to the rim. She gets downhill in a hurry.
Had a 22-point, 13-rebound game against Fairmont during the season. Of course, we know all about that great Fairmont program. Played for the AAA championship. Here is Blankenship, and they're going to call her for a travel.
Not a call you see very often in an all-star game, is it? She must have really taken 2 or 3 steps. You don't see a travel call.
Boxley. And we're going to have a tie-up here. Held ball. And it will go over to the Chick-fil-A squad.
Well, it looks like the Jancare team's trying to set a high pick and roll now and try to run everything off of it. It looks like that the Chick-fil-A team has kind of said, okay, we're going to go out there and get it early so they can't roll down inside or let her get speed to get down inside.
Hannah Purdue handing it to Gibson. Gibson lets the shot go and going to use the glass there and couldn't get it to fall through. And good quick hands by the Chick-fil-A squad. Here's Richmond. Bouncer to Blankenship off of her foot, and Boxley scoops it up. Talea Boxley brings it across the timeline for Jamie Lemasters' Jancare team. Coach Lemaster, graduate of Tigers Valley High School in West Virginia State. His team comes up empty. Here's Morgan looking for another bucket. Nice little step to the hoop. Couldn't get it to go. A whistle and a foul called.
And she does a nice job getting away from the defense and getting to the other side. And she does a nice job of keeping – she's relentless on the glass. Here she steps through and she goes right back up, second jump, and gets it up again.
She has 3 in the game, and now 2 of 3 at the free throw line. Myers will check in, number 4 out of Logan. And coming out will be Brooklyn Gibson, another free throw coming here for Morgan. Can't get that one to drop. Two-point game at the moment. Adriana Law firing and can't get it to go. Again, the Jan Care team with 9 in uniform. And the Chick-fil-A team with 8 that dressed out here. The held ball, so it will go to Jan Care. Dowd gets it into Law. Law in the lane, trying to maneuver, and now gets it over on the right-hand side, and Deja Summers can't get it to drop. Abby Myers to Brown, and Brown in trouble, and held ball. This should be with the Chick-fil-A squad, and it is.
Man, you got to give her a lot of credit right there, Mark. It's an all-star game, and she's diving on the floor after the ball.
And it comes to Brown, and Brown fires up the 3 and knocks it through. And that puts Chick-fil-A back in front at 24-23. 4 threes in the game for the Chick-fil-A squad. And they come away with the basketball, a miss by Jan Care.
She is everywhere. Mark.
Brown just hustling, and Blankenship lets it fly. A little too strong. Good hustle again, but out of there with it comes Summers for Jan Care, and Deja Summers gets her first bucket of the game. She averaged 18 a contest. She's going to play in that great Glenville program we've been speaking of.
She can get up and down, and that's what Kim Stevens wants them to do.
Nice job there. Knocking it through is Purdue, and Purdue has 5 in the game.
We got a timeout here, Mark.
Yeah, timeout on the floor. Good game, 26-25 our count. We'll return in a moment here on Video Productions. Purdue knocking it down for the Chick-fil-A squad.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Dad, what is a backflow prevention device?
Well, it's a device that's used to protect water supplies from contamination or pollution in homes or businesses.
Is that why you were talking to that man?
Well, he was a certified plumber from Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Modley's is fully licensed and insured in testing, installation, and service of backflow prevention devices. I just call 304-253-HELP, and they'll take care of it the right way.
I thought it was something for the car, so Mom wouldn't hit the house again when she was backing up.
26-25 game here. The AA, Single A All-Stars, the Chick-fil-A squad leading the Quad A and AAA stars, the Jan Care team, by 1.
Mark, I would to point out right now how Brown for the Chick-fil-A squad has really done the job both offensively and defensively. She got in help position down there. She came down here and got a score. She came down here and dove on a loose ball. I mean, those are the type of plays you need. And, of course, during the season, she had 9 double-doubles. So you can see one of the reasons why Pike View's team was a pretty good basketball team, simply because you have someone like her that's going to be on that team that's going to give of herself for the best of the team.
So Deja Summers there scoring her first bucket of the game. So for the Jan Care team, Samaya Lynch, Amari Washington, Adriana Law, Riley Spry, and Deja Summers are out there. They, again, are in the maroon uniforms. And for the white Chick-fil-A squad, Kara Ferguson. On the floor, Abby Myers, Maggie Stover out of Summers County High School, number 22. And there is Amari Washington scoring it for the Jan Care team.
Nice entry pass in the post. Nice post move, getting to her strong hand.
This is Anya Brown. Brown out there, again, wrapping up that lineup. Joined there by Dingus, Stover, Ferguson, and Myers. And a foul called.
Okay, Mark, I'm gonna share with you something that all of us coaches deal with that you just now dealt with. You couldn't see the play because the referee was standing right there in the way, and you can't see the play. So when the referee's standing there, we as coaches got to get up, and then they got to make sure we stay in the box. So that's why we're up most of the time. We're standing the referee standing there.
Foul was on Law. She has 3 fouls now, and Brown hits both free throws. Brown's a perfect 4 for 4 at the line, and she has 7 points total. Puts her team back in the lead at 1 at 28-27. Nice backdoor.
Great.
Lynch scores it.
Great backdoor. Good communication offensively.
Samaya Lynch with 4 in the game, and back to a 1-point edge for the Jan Care squad. Dingus. It's the front of the iron there. Dingus out of Chapmanville Regional, averaged 8 points a game. For the Lady Tigers, nice move to the bucket by Summers. It's a 31-28 count.
Good cross right there to get in the paint.
Summers has 4, make it 6. Summers back-to-back buckets.
And she gets north and south in a hurry.
A collision there as they bring it across midcourt.
It was all incidental. I mean, everybody's up, everybody's moving all right.
Summers picks up the foul.
There's some people with their hands on their knees, though, Mark. It's been up and down.
It has.
Man, once Boxley and Summers has it for the Jancare team, they get moving, man. You better stay up with them. Looks like they can run all day.
Bancroft checks in. Myers checks out for the Chick-fil-A squad. Biggest lead of the game, Mick, for this Jancare team at 33-28. From the outside, Summers playing a nice game.
Oh, yes. Well, her and Boxley have played like they've been playing together all their lives.
35-28 our count. There's Summers again. Summers, 8 points, weaving through traffic, up and off the glass and in. Well, Bob Boland's in the house, and he loves to say, the bank's open. It was there.
The bank's open.
Bob Boland does such a great job directing this game. So many years, and from the outside, Brown buries the three-pointer.
That is a very much needed bucket, Mark, because, boy, the Jancare team was on a roll, and that was a very much needed bucket.
All right, got a break in the action here as the Jancare team leads at 37-31. Another look here as we discuss this showdown. Again, the boys' game coming up.
Well, Mark, one of the things I'd mentioned to you is that this game is probably going to be more transitional. It is about running sets or anything like that. And, boy, I tell you, the Jancare team, 4A, 3A group, have really found their niche in this. And once they get the ball off the board and limit it to one shot, and they get to the other end of the court, and Boxley and Summers really pushes the ball well, that's a pretty good team.
No doubt about it. Tracy Rabin, head coach for the Chick-fil-A team, played her high school ball at Mercer Christian and then went on to Glenville, and a Hall of Famer, a 3-time All-American. She was the youngest player ever to be inducted, youngest athlete ever to be inducted into Glenville State College's Hall of Fame. Of course, now Glenville State University, the Curtis Elam Hall of Fame. Steal there by, take away by this Chick-fil-A team. We're hitting the 2.5-minute mark here. Browns played a great game for this Chick-fil-A squad. Kara Ferguson goes to Brown. Ferguson pulls up right of the key and can't get it to go. Zelkowski with the rebound. Daub out of St. Albans will bring it across the timeline. This is Summers on the move, dumping it to Zelkowski, who made a beautiful move, Mick, but she will be fouled. Couldn't get the ball to drop, but what a move.
Yeah, she did a nice move getting back to the inside, getting to her left hand up against the glass. Nice pass to get her into that position. She has good size on everybody down inside, so that always helps.
Maggie Stover out of Summers County. Up and in for Zelkowski. Olivia Zielkowski played in the 2020 state tournament. She really felt like her team, of course, they got stopped due to COVID. She felt like they had a team that could have maybe gone on and won it all. She's going to make her decision next week as to where she will play college basketball. 39-31, Ferguson's shot won't go. Summers with the rebound. Off to Boxley, and now Zelkowski on the block and gets it to go. $11 in the game for Olivia Zelkowski, and a 10-point lead at the moment. Right now, good rebounding edge here by this Jan Care team. Boxley pulls up and can't get it to drop. Battle down low, and Parrish had it, just could not hang on to it. So a much needed possession here for the Chick-fil-A team, but Zelkowski entered the passing lane there. Chick-fil-A gets it back, and a foul going to be called.
Well, nice job by Trinity Bancroft of just getting the ball up, knowing the defensive player is out of position. Kind of give everybody a break here and stop the bleeding a little bit. Get a couple points on the board before the halftime here.
So Bancroft will head to the free throw line. If you're just now joining us, she won the three-point competition earlier. That's her first bucket of the game. Ferguson checking out, and Richmond is back in. And Bancroft could not get the second free throw to drop. 9-point game here. Deja Summers to Daub. Here's Zelkowski with it. Rebound by Gibson as we go under a minute to play here in this opening half. From the corner, Bancroft hit the back of the iron. Daub clears it out of there. Daub may go coast to coast. Couldn't get it to go, but there's Zelkowski, and her shot won't go. Boxley up with it. Well, they had opportunities, Mick.
Well, a little tired here at the end, not being able to concentrate and put it in there, but they'll get a break here in a second.
All right, big possession here for the Chick-fil-A team, and Richmond guns it up and can't get it to go, but a nice job there by Malaysia Morgan, and she'll draw contact.
And she just has such a unique way of getting in there and getting her body in there and getting fouled as she shoots the ball. She's been very successful with that. Here she is with a loose ball rebound. She gets the ball, she gets back in there. Now the girl jumps, she gets her body up against her, gets the ball up. Needs to knock these foul shots down, though. Cut in there a little bit.
Each team with 7 fouls. Malaysia Morgan. And knocks that one off the glass and in. She has 5 in the contest, 41-33. And here's a steal, near steal by Bancroft.
She is a pesky defensive player, man. She just has her hands on stuff all the time.
And it comes to Parrish. To Zelkowski, and Zelkowski goes up, and foul will be called.
It's a nice job powering the ball back up as they get the ball to the rim. See right here, Mark, drop it off into her. Her man helps. She gets to her left hand again and gets fouled on her way up. So
Richmond committing the foul, so Olivia Zelkowski will go to the line, and she hits the first free throw.
She has a nice shooting touch, Mark. You just watch her hand, the release of the ball in her hand, and her follow through.
And she has hit all 5 of her free throws in the game. 13 in the contest, 43-33, and Richmond going to be fouled.
At the end of a quarter, at the end of a half, it's almost better to just let that person get through there because they're going to throw their body up against you, try to draw the foul, and they're not going to be in very good position when they do shoot it. So
Boxley committed the foul. She has 2, and that has Richmond at the line. Richmond up, and the first one won't drop.
They've missed some foul shots, some scoring opportunities left on the board.
Kiera Richmond Going to play at nearby WVU Tech, and that shot wouldn't go. Good job there by Morgan on the miss. Just not in a very good position to put up a shot. So we played a half of basketball, and it's a 43-33 lead for the JanCare Ambulance Squad. And that is a team featuring players from Quad A and Class AAA squads in West Virginia against the Chick-fil-A team, which features players from teams in AA and Class Single A. Good half of basketball. We'll come back and talk about it in a moment. You're watching live streaming coverage of the 32nd annual Scott Brown Memorial All-Star Basketball Classic, presented by your local Little General stores here on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, and a little thing I love about the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is when you taste that bacon, you get that smoky flavor with that sweetness from the brown sugar. So you just get sweet, savory, and it all blends together into this perfect bite.
Hey, I'm Couture, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is it kind of melts in your mouth, so you know it's creamy, cheesy, and delicious. This gooey mac makes me cheese every time.
Midstate Ford, where every deal is a Big John deal. Northside Drive, Route 19 in Summersville. Come see why people from all over the great state of West Virginia are making the drive to Summersville. Incredible deals on brand new Fords. The state's guaranteed lowest price on brand new F-150s, Super Duties, and more. Plus incredible service after the sale at Midstate Ford. Northside Drive, right off of Route 19 in Summersville. Online anytime at midstatefordwv.com.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
Don't throw your tax return out the window. Make a wise investment with new replacement windows, siding, and doors from Window World of Beckley. Tax returns spent right. Our products add value, curb appeal, and energy efficiency to any home. We've been improving homes for over 18 years, and that makes us proud. Call 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW for your free in-home estimate. Window World of Beckley. We're more than just windows.
Back inside the Day Wills Gymnasium here on the campus of Shady Spring High School, Shady Spring, West Virginia. We are delighted to be bringing you coverage of the 32nd annual Scott Brown Memorial All-Star Basketball Classic, being presented by your local Little General stores, and our coverage here on Video Productions also being presented by your local Little General stores. And the 4A, 3A team, sponsored by JanCare Ambulance, they have the lead at the moment, 43-33 against the Chick-fil-A squad, made up of players from the AA and Single A squads from around the state of West Virginia. It was a 6-0 lead early on for the Chick-fil-A team, and they built it up to a 9-3 advantage. They had an 11-5 advantage, and then slowly but surely the JanCare team got back in, and then it was a back-and-forth affair before the JanCare squad pulled away, got a double-figure lead, and at the moment they lead it here by 10. delighted to have with us state coaching legend Mick Price as our analyst for today's games. Of course, the boys' game to follow, and Mick getting an opportunity to watch girls basketball here, and I know you've come away impressed by these two teams here in this opening half of action.
Yeah, both teams are really playing hard. Both teams are trying to do what they do best. One of the things that I picked up on here in this first half is that the Jan Care team, the 4A, 3A group, transition offense based off of turnovers. They've been getting their hands on a lot of balls that maybe the Chick-fil-A team hasn't done a very good job passing, or they're getting their hands in there. And these transition open layups have really made it go to a 10-point spread all of a sudden. So they're limiting them to one shot, and they're getting the ball out in transition offense. Now on transition defense, you'd say that the Chick-fil-A team, you got to get back when there's turnover. And I know that's something they haven't practiced. You can't do that in one practice. But if you're going to turn the ball over, you better get back and defend. And Jan Care's got the lead simply because of the transition. And that's one of the things that is the hardest part of any coach's job that you coach basketball. Transition defense, limiting teams when you maybe have a breakdown, a missed shot, a turnover, something that's not good. So I'm sure that Tracy Raven will get back here and they'll talk about it a little bit, maybe take a little bit better shots and try to get the ball, pick a little bit more to try to get some of these shooters open.
And again, when you think about this event, named in honor of the late, great sports writer Scott Brown, who passed away much too young back in 1996 at the age of 31. And again, this event has been played now in a fourth venue, and I tell you what, you have to be impressed with the crowd they have here today at Shady Springs.
I think this is a great venue for this classic. It's big enough that it can hold everybody that's coming in for both games, and it's small enough that the crowd still has an impact on the game, that they can ooh and all when there's good plays and good shots that are made. And I think it's the perfect size venue for this. So, I'm sure that the people at the Scott Brown Classic that's working really hard to put on a great show, for the community, I'm sure they're impressed with, how things have turned out today.
And as we entered the facility here today, I mean, it had the feel of a wintertime basketball game because of the winter we're experiencing, or the weather we are experiencing here in southern West Virginia on this Saturday, April 9th.
Yeah, Saturday, April 9th, and the snow's flying, and you come down through there, and you're looking at some of the residential area, and there's snow on the rooftops and against the trees, and then, the sun will come out for 30 minutes. Next thing you know, it's snowing again. So an unusual – no, I guess it's the way April's supposed to be.
Yeah. Well, the Chick-fil-A team back out on the floor. Again, they trail here at the moment at the break, and we are awaiting the arrival of the Jan Care team. We'll break away. We'll look at individual numbers. In a moment, you're watching live streaming coverage of the 32nd Annual Scott Brown Memorial All-Star Basketball Classic being presented by your local Little General stores here on Video Productions.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good every single time. You bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop the crispy top, and it's so good. It's so homey. It's like, wow, thank you. I needed that.
Midstate Ford, where every deal is a Big John deal. Northside Drive, Route 19 in Summersville. Come see why people from all over the great state of West Virginia are making the drive to Summersville. Incredible deals on brand new Fords. The state's guaranteed lowest price on brand new F-150s, Super Duties, and more. Plus incredible service after the sale at Midstate Ford, Northside Drive, right off of Route 19 in Summersville. Online anytime at midstatefordwv.com.
The LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
43-33, our count here at halftime. Looking at individual scoring, leading the way for the leading Jan Care squad, the Quad A and AAA All-Stars. Olivia Zielkowski has 13. Deja Summers has 10. 6 for Jaden Daub. 4 each for Talea Boxley, Samaya Lynch, and Amari Washington. And then 2 points in the game for Lauren Parrish. Leading the way for the Chick-fil-A squad, 10 points for Anya Brown and 8 points for Hannah Blankenship. 5 each for Malaysia Morgan and Hannah Purdue. Kara Ferguson has 2. Abby Myers has 2. And Trinity Bancroft has 1. Bancroft won the three-point shooting competition earlier here prior to this game. So here we go. Mick Price ready for second half action.
Well, it'll be interesting to see exactly what the Chick-fil-A team is going to come out and do. They can't let this team get away from them too much further, or they're going to have to extend more pressure. And, boy, it looks like with the athletes that the Jan Care has on the floor, if you extend pressure on them, they're going to make you pay for it.
Boxley, Zielkowski, Daub, Summers, and Lynch are the starters, and an immediate steal by the Chick-fil-A team. Unable to convert. We got a held ball, and it will be Chick-fil-A's basketball. So it's Brown, Blankenship, Purdue, Myers, and Stover, the starters for the team in white, sponsored by Chick-fil-A. Purdue, nice dish down low. Stover gets it to go, and Stover out of Summers County High School. Chad Metter, her head coach. He's the assistant to Tracy Rabin. And Stover averaged 8 points a game. Going to go to Marshall, and here's a steal by Myers. And Myers with a nice little head fake there. Can't get it to go. Brown followed, and she can't get it to drop through.
That was a great job of getting the ball up on the rim, man. If she could just got it up there, that would have been a great opening set for them, kind of getting the first 2 scores.
Samaya Lynch skipped past Daub. Hit a couple of big threes there in that first half, and her runner there won't go, and Stover clears it for Chick-fil-A. Blankenship in the corner, 3, and it won't drop for Myers, but Stover runs it down. Hannah Purdue straight away, and Purdue gets it to roll through. Purdue now with 7 in the game, and that slices the lead down to 43-37. Samaya Lynch from the free throw circle, in and out.
Well, Mark, when Purdue has the ball in her hands, she looks like she's running stuff. You can tell she's taking care of things that's out there.
Brown from the corner and delivers. Boy, what a game Brown is playing.
And she's all over the place, defensively, offensively, loose ball.
13 in the game for Brown. That's her third three-pointer, and a 43-40 game.
A good double inside.
Brown, one of the players, Mick, she's not going to play at the next level, so, making it all count here.
Yeah, she's going to have a memorable. There she is getting back up inside, making a nice play to get the ball up on the rim.
Yeah, that was Stover there scoring it.
Nice pass.
Here's Brown. Her shot won't go. Ball out of bounds, and give it to the Jan Care team.
That was a great pass to get the ball down inside.
And again, to kind of get these teams evened out, and Bob Bolin worked tirelessly to bring the girls' game back. Now, Myers did play for a AAA school in Logan. She is on that Chick-fil-A team, but they had to just even up a little bit. Boy, how about a play there by Zielkowski, who now has 15 in the contest.
That was a great up and under move that she just did, and that tells you a lot of time on that. And it looks like the Chick-fil-A team have really tried to get that pick and roll getting inside.
Here is Summers down the floor, and Summers going to be called for the travel.
Yeah, she stood in front of her. I thought she did a nice job stepping in front of her. There it is. Watch this up and under, Mark. Great job. That's a lot of days in the gym. Doesn't look like it might mean much, but in order to do that in a game situation and finish the shot,
Well, she's an outstanding student. That being Zelkowski, 4.4 GPA, was a great volleyball player as well, and Brown traveled with it. So give the ball back to Jan Kerr.
4.4 mark GPA. My gosh. I mean, you and I combined in high school wouldn't be 4.4.
Wait a second. Down low, Zelkowski from behind.
Nice job by Blankenship coming over and getting a block on her.
I know for sure your GPA was pretty high. You were the son of a principal and who later became a superintendent.
It wasn't a choice at my house.
And your brother became a superintendent.
It wasn't a choice at our house. Oh, nice eyes.
Malaysia Morgan with a steal on the inbounds, taking it down, up, and can't get it to go, but she is fouled on the play.
She is so unique at getting that ball up on the rim after contact, drawing contact.
Foul on Boxley, and I want to complete the Price family history, and your sister is a financial secretary, long time at a high school, North Marion High School. You know, they're Marion County.
Brother-in-law was a football coach here for a long time.
You guys got it covered.
Yeah, when we had dinner, it was all about education and athletics.
Malaysia Morgan puts up the second free throw.
They got it to 4 mark within 4 minutes off the clock. So it's exactly what you wanted to do if you were the Chick-fil-A team. You wanted to come out, not let them get a lead on you, and they've been very assertive coming out here. Now they get a full court press on. Now they're trapping that thing.
Going to have a call right on the line. It will go against Purdue. It's her second. Each team now with one foul here in this second half, and Zelkowski will send it in. Jaden Daub. Work it down low to Boxley, and a whistle and a foul called.
Well, Boxley had a smaller player on her, Mark. As you can tell, they were trying to go in there, and it looked like the Chick-fil-A team tried to double down inside. Somebody got a hold of the arm, but hey, Jan Kerr team made the right play. She's got a smaller person on her. What do they call that? Mouse in the house. You got to go. You got to go in there and get them.
Boxley at the free throw line, can't get the first to drop through there. We talked about her having a 22-point, 13 rebound effort against Fairmont. She also had 24 points, 12 rebounds against Parkersburg this past season for Michael Cunningham's Lady Cougars. Missed the free throw. Purdue's shot from the outside won't drop, and back it goes to Jan Kerr's squad.
I bet she wished she had that to do over again. She had the defense player come out. She could have gone by and draw the double team or pass down in.
Jaden Daub launching from the outside and knocks it in. Daub has 9, and they've all come from behind the arc, 48-41. And now here's Myers looking to answer, and does with the sweet-looking left-handed stroke. Wow.
She has a nice stroke from up here, Mark. She steps into it. She's just got enough space that she can get into that. She does a nice job of trying to get her hand up there and follow in. It's been a good ball game, Mark.
Yes, it
it's been
has.
very competitive along the way. And I'll tell you what, this Chick-fil-A team ain't backing down.
Riley Spry is back into the game for Jan Kerr. Here's Boxley. Her shot will be a little short, but Lynch keeps it alive. Here's Zelkowski, who's played terrific, and you know, she collides there with Bancroft, and whistle and a foul will be called.
Well, Bancroft did a nice job doubling her off the dribble. When you get a big guy down inside the paint and they're putting the ball on the floor too much, you know, there's usually problems with that. So that's what Bancroft was going for, this, you know, swipe steal right there.
First foul on Bancroft, who hails from Gilmer County. Second team foul. Nice pass from Zelkowski to Boxley. Boxley was 6 in the game. 6-point lead for Jan Kerr. Here is Bancroft just splitting the defender. First field goal of the game for Bancroft. 50-46. Here's a steal by Chick-fil-A. Kiara Richmond Work it around. Malaysia Morgan, nice little move. Couldn't get it to go. Boy, what a move by Morgan. Jamie Lemaster telling his crew to slow it down just a bit. 4-point advantage right now for his team. Zielkowski. And she was doubled up there and held ball. It will stay with Jan Kerr as Washington, Law, and Parrish check in for Jan Kerr.
Here she is on the break. She gets the ball out. Now she's going to step right between them and split them and get the ball up on the glass. Great job by Bancroft.
Adriana Law will fire it in here for the Jan Kerr team. Looking, and out it goes to Spry. Amari Washington. And here is one taken away by Kara Ferguson. Ferguson gets it over to Richmond. Richmond through the lane. Boy, did a nice job getting it back out to Dingus. Her three wouldn't go, and a battle there for the loose ball. Boxley down the floor. Boxley gets it off to Washington. Her shot wouldn't drop, and boy, what great hustle by Boxley, but I believe she stepped out of bounds.
She's probably saying, well, I didn't just step out of bounds. I got a couple people shoved up against me.
You think about Adriana Law and Zelkowski and Washington for this Jan Kerr team. They're all right at home because they got that maroon on. That was the school colors at GW and Beckley Woodrow Wilson.
Exactly.
All right, here is Adriana Law, and she lost the handle on it. Morgan comes up with it, and here's Bancroft. So one Titan to another, and that makes it a 50-48 game.
It looks like they're trying to slow. It looks like they're trying to slow them down by putting a little pressure out front. Not letting them just come down set. Nice move, nice pass.
And Adriana Law with the no look.
That was a great put.
Here's Boxley. She's open, and she buries it. Boxley's first three of the game. Makes it a 53-48 game. Malaysia Morgan working against Law. Richmond is open, and her shot a little too strong. A takeaway there. Nice job by Bancroft. Well, she couldn't get it to fall through, but she did draw the foul.
You tell these girls from Gilmer have played this type of defense in their play. They put a lot of pressure on you. They trap. They do a lot of stuff with Coach Chapman. And, of course, if you ever go watch Glenville play, you're going to see the exact same thing.
All right, so Bancroft at the line. She has 4 points here in the second half, 5 for the game. It's that first free throw.
Here it is. Here's the double from behind. Looking to make a play right here. Bancroft comes to her outside, and now she's got free to the lane. She gets the ball in her left hand to keep it away from the defense. Nice job.
Couldn't get the second to go. 4-point game, and there's Morgan. Got her hands on it, and Boxley's three just a little short. Richmond on the move. Richmond, a nice job maneuvering there. There's Malaysia Morgan. She wants to attack. Trinity Bancroft works against Parrish. Amari Washington to Boxley, and Boxley with a nice move. Can't get it to go through. Ball tapped around. Boxley up and still can't get it to drop. And there is Law. Well, they just kept fighting and fighting, and finally they draw the foul.
And this is one particular time in this game that I'm sure every player on this court right now wanted them to call a foul because they're tired. Got some hands on their knees, and hasn't been like they've been running in practice or anything, and they're a little tired right now. And especially the Chick-fil-A team, they're putting a lot of pressure 94 feet. So
Boxley heading out, Summers back in, and we did note in the first half as Law hits the second free throw that this Jan Kerr team has just one. They have just 9 players and 11 for this Chick-fil-A team. Driving is Bancroft, can't get it to go. Lauren Parrish to Summers. Summers explodes to the hoop and draws the foul and gets it to go.
Nice job taking the ball strong to the hole. She wasn't going to be denied. Couldn't get there in time. Gibson couldn't get there in time from Shady to get over there, so really good job being aggressive. And their aggressiveness has allowed them to pull away here a little bit.
Gibson's first, team foul number 4. Summers at the line. She has 12 in the game, and that one will drop. Here comes Kara Ferguson across the timeline. Ball is loose, and picking it up is Amari Washington. Ahead of the pack and too strong. And swiping it there is Richmond. Wide open is Morgan. And Morgan very patient there to get it to go.
And did a good job of getting off 2 feet to make sure if she got bumped, she could finish it.
A 56-51 game here. We break away. A good one here in Shady Spring. You're watching live streaming coverage of the 32nd Annual Scott Brown Memorial All-Star Basketball Classic on Video Productions, being presented by your local Little General.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
Well, we have a good game going here in this Girls All-Star Showdown at the 32nd Annual Scott Brown Memorial Classic, being presented by your local Little General Stores, along with 700 game winner Mick Price. I'm Mark Martin, our great video productions crew led by Butch Mounts. So out of the timeout, the Chick-fil-A team in the white will have Maggie Stover, Hannah Blankenship, Hannah Purdue. Anya Brown is back in, and Maggie Stover out there. Riley Spry, Adriana Law, Lauren Parrish, Amari Washington, and Deja Summers. They are the 5 on the court presently for this Jan Care team. Again, they are in the maroon, and they lead it by 5.
And it looks like that the Chick-fil-A team is going to continue to keep pressure in a full court area, trying to sub a lot of people, so they're going to trap out of this.
Spry. Ball taken away. Stover comes up with it. Now here's Hannah Purdue.
Nice move.
Purdue up and in. Nice runner by Purdue, who has 9 in the game.
Nice move. Right-hand crossover, right to left to right. Really good move.
56-53 game. Law trying to answer and couldn't get it to go. Came up just a bit short. Purdue
good
kicks
pitch.
it into the corner. Brown, a little too strong, but right there is Stover to put it up and in. We got a 1-point game.
Great kick, great shot, great look at the basket, and good offensive rebound.
Stover out of Summers County High School now with 4. Ball's bouncer to Summers, and Summers going to be hit with the charge.
Yeah, she must have hooked her or something, Mark, because she had position on her inside. As you can see right here, she gets the ball right here. She's got a smaller player on her. And he just felt like she created all the contact. Someday we'll get that 4-foot line in there where we won't get all those crashes.
Right now, Mick, this Chick-fil-A team with the possession and a chance to retake the lead. Owned the lead early on in the first half. Blankenship. We've got a shot clock here. It's at 7, and here is Purdue. Buries it from straight away.
I heard them yelling shot clock, shot clock. It was getting down pretty low. Boy, they get it in the right hands of the right person, didn't they?
Her second three of the game, and Adriana Law's shot partially deflected. Here comes Brown running the floor, and Brown will kick it off to Blankenship, who drives through, and Blankenship can't get it to go. A battle underneath. Spry rifles, but right into the hands of Purdue. Purdue will stop, fire, and a little too strong, but back into her hands again, and this time she'll drive it in and score. Purdue, how about her? A couple of big buckets here in this exchange that has put this Chick-fil-A team in front by 4.
Yeah, she's really a really good player, Mark.
Lauren Parrish.
She gets the ball in the right hands to the right people.
Parrish just a little too strong on that play, and let me some new players check in for Jan Kerr. Chick-fil-A leading it 60-56. And here's a steal. Nice play by Summers. Summers will be fouled from behind by Myers. Second foul on Myers.
Summers does a nice job getting north to south. Then she gets up and down the court really well. Abby Myers did a good job, Mark, of trying to make these foul shots and not giving her a wide open uncontested layup.
Summers with 12 in the game, and boy, still looking for that first free throw to drop. She's now 0 for 3. So Zielkowski is back in, Lynch, Boxley, and Daub.
A lot of speed on the court for the Jan Kerr team right now.
And there is Summers connecting. 60-57 Purdue. Looking for another three. Rebound Lynch. Summers straight away can tie it. Nice play by Boxley, getting it right into Zielkowski's hands. It wouldn't drop, and out of bounds. Going to stay with Jan Kerr.
And the size of Jan Kerr really took effect right there because they kept the ball alive.
Jaden Daub sending it in. From the outside, Boxley's shot is short, and out of there with it is Abby Myers. Myers down the floor. Myers with the left hand.
Man,
what a play.
She attacked it. You got the ball up on the rim, up on the glass, just the right spot.
Myers now with 7 in the game. Here's Zielkowski wheeling in. Been impressed with Zielkowski.
Yeah, she's done a nice job. And in order for them to stop her, they're really going to have – here's Myers coming off there, Mark. She did a nice job getting the ball up, spinning it the correct way to get it up on the glass and go in. But the Chick-fil-A team's going to have to double her down inside because they're not being able to handle her. As I mentioned before, when she's shooting her foul shots, Mark, she's got a really nice stroke, so obviously she makes people pay when they foul her. I mean, you can foul her down in there, but you're going to pay. She's going to make them.
Zielkowski has 16 in the game. He got 17 in the game. And she is 7 of 7 at the free throw line. 3-point game here at 62-59. Anna Purdue. And then negotiate there. Nice Boxley, and then they get it down low to Brown. And Brown now with 15 in the game.
Great pass from Myers, Mark. Really great pass. And Brown did a nice job of catching the ball in there, too.
And Myers had that nice bucket a moment ago, and then a big assist there, and Stover with the rebound off the miss. Here comes Chick-fil-A up 64-59. Brown taking it, and she is going to be fouled.
She's been aggressive from the moment she came into this game to start to now. She's really picked it up.
Brown's first miss at the free throw line. And Brown connects on the second. So she has 16 to lead the way for Chick-fil-A. 65-59 our score. Zielkowski's shot won't go.
They got away with a foul in there, Chick-fil-A did.
Here's Myers. Down low to Brown, and Brown will score it. $17 in the game for Brown.
What a move by Myers at half court. Threw her legs to the left and throws it back down inside. What a great move. My goodness gracious.
Rechecking the numbers here. Brown with 18 in the game, so she is the game's top scorer at the moment. 67-59. On the outside, no good. Biggest lead of the game for Chick-fil-A. Of course, the Jancare team had a double-figure lead in that first half, and how about Bancroft knocking down a three-pointer? Now that matches the biggest lead of the game, 70-59, an 11-point edge. Lynch's shot won't go. Here comes Richmond. And flying through there is Dingus and couldn't get it to go, but here is a steal by Ferguson. Back to Bancroft and can't get it to drop. Richmond all alone, and she triggers it. And also her shot is short. And there is Zelkowski and Morgan battling for that ball, and we're going to have a foul called. And let's check it here. Zelkowski going to be whistled for the foul.
Here they go down inside. Nice shot. He's standing there. Good feet set. Follow through. Bancroft's really come alive, Mark. I know she hadn't scored there for a while, but now she's really come alive and shown what a great player she was at Gilmer County.
And it comes to Bancroft, again the winner of the three-point shooting competition earlier, and another foul called.
Great move on the baseline. Drew the foul. Got to the line. Gives him a little chance to rest right here and put a little more pressure on the Jancare team.
Bancroft up and can't get it to drop.
She was a three-time Little Kanawha Conference player and a two-time first-team All-State. Her pretty impressive high school career.
Yeah, that LKC, Mick, that you are very familiar with. She hits that second free throw. It is as competitive as it comes. With two great teams in that league this year, and Parkersburg Catholic and Gilmer, and you had Webster there, and Doddridge made it to the state tournament, and never count out Williamstown. Ravenswood was on the cusp.
If Williamstown hadn't have been upset by Magnolia in the regional, it would
boys,
have been 5 teams.
Boys,
There would have been 5 teams from the boys in the LKC.
But in the girls' competition, Ravenswood had a chance. They lost to Buffalo, but tell you what, just a good competition. All right, we've got a break in the action here, a 71-59 game. We return to the Dave Wills Gymnasium in a moment here on Video Productions.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good every single time. You bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop the crispy top, and it's so good. It's so homey. It's like, wow, thank you. I needed that.
$71-59 game here with 6:09 remaining to be played. And Mick, you have to be impressed with the turnaround by the Chick-fil-A team made up of these AA and single A players.
Yeah, they've done a nice job in the second half. They weren't going to give up as many transition points. As you can tell, the Jancare team in the first half got their 10-point lead because they got some turnovers, they got their hands on some balls defensively, they got the ball out, and, man, they was getting to the rim a lot. Haven't seen that much this half because the Chick-fil-A team has decided they're going to put a little pressure on them up here so they don't get all those runouts. And they've done a nice job doing that, and they've made some key shots here. So we'll see these next 6 minutes, see how this game gets a little closer right here. Both teams are going to have to do a little pressure right now, and then foul shots are going to come in.
So you have Zielkowski, Daub, Summers, Lynch, and Boxley. They are on the floor for the Jancare team. Bancroft, Ferguson, Richmond, Dingus, and Morgan out there for the Chick-fil-A team in the white. And Jancare team gets the steal. Zielkowski's shot wouldn't go. And there's Bancroft with it for Chick-fil-A. Up 71-59. Kara Ferguson to Malaysia Morgan, and Morgan travels with it. So right now, Mick, you have all three of the Gilmer County players on the floor at the same time.
And for good reason. They are very good basketball players. They know how to win, and they play a really pressing style of game that they can keep the game up and down. You can see why Amy Chapman is going to be disappointed that these three girls are going to go walking across that stage graduation day.
There's Deja Summers trying to begin the quest to get this Jancare team back in the game, down double digits at the moment. They come up empty. Kiera Richmond wheels around. They'll play it nearby. West Virginia Tech, Malaysia Morgan. Her shot blocked there. So Talea Boxley. Daub rifles it over to Summers. Now here from the baseline. Lynch's shot wouldn't go. Ball loose. Zielkowski up with it. Puts it in and draws the foul.
Good job tipping the ball back up inside so she can make a play, Mark. Here's a ball that's shot. Bancroft goes after it, tips it, then it gets deflected right to inside. Tell you what, she does a nice job of getting her hands on the ball and finishing.
All right, I believe foul was on Richmond. I believe she fouled out. So Gibson is in, Zielkowski at the line, and boy, it's her first miss of the game from the free throw line.
A little tired.
Quick hands there by Daub, and Jancare coming up with it, but they lose the handle there.
See, you can tell how smart Ferguson is. She knows there's under 5 minutes. Get the ball, get a good shot. Don't.
All out of bounds, last touching the Jancare team. Now timeout will be called. They had trouble getting it in, so we got a full timeout here. We break away a 10-point game with 4:20 remaining here at the 32nd Annual Scott Brown Memorial All-Star Basketball Classic on Video Productions.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good every single time. You bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop the crispy top, and it's so good. It's so homey. It's like, wow, thank you. I needed that.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Out of the timeout, Chick-fil-A with the basketball in the white uniforms. Malaysia Morgan maneuvering and out of bounds and give it over to the Jan Care team. So, all right, Mick, you're down 10 and a big possession here. You get that single digits and it kind of changes the mindset.
Yeah, you got to get the ball inside and you got to score at the foul line too. They don't need to be just jacking up a bunch of shots, but they need to get the ball inside.
Here's Zelkowski, straightaway shot, Zelkowski. That's a 2, but a big one. 21 points in the game for Zelkowski. Set lead down to 8, and here is Dingus. Her shot wouldn't drop. On the other end, Summers down the floor, and Summers will be fouled. Foul's going to go on Trinity Bancroft. That's her second.
This is one of the best ways, Mark, to get back in the game. Put points on the board with the clock stopped.
Summers at the line and connects. So she'd missed 3 in a row, and now she's made a couple, and going to try to make it 3 straight here. And she buries it. So finding her groove there on the free throw line. So 6-point game now at 71-65. 3.5 to go. Hannah Purdue with the ball for the Chick-fil-A team, and a nice pass to Maggie Stover, who scores it. Stover with 6 in the game.
Great job on the pick and roll, getting it down inside.
73-65. Summer shot won't drop. Abby Myers with it.
They're going to start taking a little time off this clock, Mark. They're going to try to shorten the game now. They're up 8. Stay away from traps.
Hannah Purdue, Abby Myers, Anya Brown, Stover, and Hannah Blankenship out there for the Chick-fil-A team at the moment. Riley Spry, Olivia Zielkowski, Lauren Parrish, Deja Summers, and Talea Boxley on the floor for the Jan Care team. Here is Zielkowski. Fading away there and couldn't get it to go. Myers pulls up, free throw circle. Boxley to Parrish. Parrish with a nice move there, and Parrish can't get it to go.
Good step through.
Out of bounds, but will stay with Jan Care. Lynch and Dowd will come in. Spry and Parrish will check out.
Been running this pick and roll every out of bounds and turning back in. They've had some success with it.
Here's Summers from right of the key. Can't get it to go. Nice rebound by Zelkowski, and Zelkowski will be fouled and head back to the free throw line with 2:17 remaining here in Shady Spring. One-and-one opportunity here for Zelkowski.
Important she put these in, Mark, because they can set up their full court pressure, trap or whatever they want to do off of it.
And Olivia Zielkowski, well, she'd been perfect at 7 of 7 and has now missed 2 in a row, and that was a tough one to not have go down there.
Well, she hadn't played 30 minutes either. She made her first 7.
And she's going to make someone a nice college player. Down low, and a whistle and a foul, and Maggie Stover will head to the line.
Boy, Hannah Purdue has a really good vision down inside. She's given her 2 or 3 passes down in there. She's really a nice player.
Maggie Stover, 71% free throw shooter, and she nails it. 7 in the game for Stover. Honorable mention, All-State, and first team All-Coalfield Conference, and she hits both. So 75-65 lead here. Daub over to Boxley. Boxley working down low, and here's Zelkowski, and Zelkowski. She got hammered there, and she'll head back to the line. Lauren Parrish and Riley Spry will check back in following this free throw situation for Zelkowski. And she's got the first free throw, so returning to her form. Daub is out and Lynch is out. Back down to single digits. 8-point game. 23 in the game for Zielkowski. Purdue, the runner, and Purdue off the glass and in.
What a shot.
What a shot indeed. 11 in the second half for Purdue, 16 for the game. Summers to Zielkowski. Her shot rattles around and goes through. 25 for Zielkowski, 77-69. Abby Myers. Purdue down low, and that I thought that might have gone off the hand of Zielkowski, and it does.
Bailed her out because that wasn't a really good play here at the end when there's 56 seconds left. You want to make sure that you get a shot at least.
Tracy Rabin scored over 1,800 points in her great career at Glenville. Shot clock violation, and
the second of the day.
So Daub and Lynch check back in. Spry and Parrish head out.
It was time for them to try to get some threes here.
Well, Parrish is going to major in business analytics. She's going to the University of Tennessee, so her playing days are over. Boy, she's going to a place that's been known for many, many years for women's basketball.
Oh, yeah, and a beautiful, beautiful place.
Of course, one of the all-time greats in the state, two of the all-time greats, Mary Ostrowski and Alexis Hornbuckle, both played there. Here is Zielkowski's shot, a little short. Blankenship with the rebound. And it's going to be Purdue.
They don't even have to shoot it. And this is the point of the game where they've done a nice job. I'll tell you what, you got to give Chick-fil-A, the Double-A Single-A, a lot of credit for coming out in the second half down 10. They did a nice job, turned this game around.
And it is Purdue, who played for Tracy Rabin. And that will do it, 77-69. The Chick-fil-A squad, consisting of Double-A, Single-A players and one Triple-A player, and they knock off the Jan Care ambulance team, consisting of Quad A and Triple-A players on a snowy afternoon here in southern West Virginia, Shady Spring High School, the Dave Wills Gymnasium, and it is a victory for this Chick-fil-A team by a final of 77-69. We'll come back and recap it for you in a moment. You're watching live streaming coverage of the 32nd annual Scott Brown Memorial All-Star Basketball Classic on Video Productions.
What's this break, Mark?
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Tax return out the window. Make a wise investment with new replacement windows, siding, and doors from Window World at Beckley. Tax returns spent right. Our products add value, curb appeal, and energy efficiency to any home. We've been improving homes for over 18 years, and that makes us proud. Call 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW for your free in-home estimate. Window World of Beckley. We're more than just windows.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutoMall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
Welcome back here inside the Dave Wills Gymnasium on the campus of Shady Spring High School. 32nd Annual Scott Brown Memorial All-Star Basketball Classic being presented by your local Little General Stores, and first girls All-Star game since 2011. And Mick Price, it was a dandy.
It was a dandy, and it was a nice crowd here for it. The girls played an entertaining type of basketball that the crowd enjoyed. They put the ball up. They got up and down the court. There wasn't any slowing the ball down. And it was a great way to get the girls' game back into the Scott Brown Classic. They did a really nice job of representing girls basketball in our state.
Certainly did. Great job by Bob Boland, Sam Hall, putting this one together, and definitely outstanding job by the coaching staffs. Tracy Rabin, the winning Chick-fil-A team, Chad Metter of Summers County, and the Jan Care Ambulance team, got by Jamie Lemaster of George Washington and Bo Miller from Spring Valley, and again Tracy Rabin out of Pikeview High School. And one of her own players, Mick, Anya Brown, the MVP, 18 points to lead the way.
Well, she deserved it, man. She kept so many things going, Mark, during that game when things weren't going great for their team. She got her hands on the ball defensively. She attacked the rim. She made shots, and she just kept it going the whole day. She deserved that MVP, and I tell you what, I'm sure it was a great way for her to finish up her high school career of playing a game like that.
Hannah Purdue had 16. Trinity Bancroft also in double figures with 10 points, leading the way, and leading all scorers in the game was Olivia Zielkowski with 25 points, 13 for Deja Summers, and 13 for Summers had 13, and 10 points for Talea Boxley out of Capital. So Zielkowski, Beckley, Woodrow Wilson stand out. Very good game for her as well. So 2 Southern West Virginia players, outstanding games here to lead their teams.
Yes, they did, and they both played. I don't know how easy it is to play with other people that's not on your team for 3.5 months, but sometimes it's difficult. But I thought both teams did a good job of playing to their strengths on what the talent of the teams that they had put together. And that's a credit to the coaches.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, a wonderful showdown where high school basketball stars get to represent their schools one more time in our final. It is the Chick-fil-A team, again, AA, single-A players, and 1 AAA player. They win it over the Jan Care Ambulance team, Quad A and AAA players. Final score, 77-69. And again, live streaming coverage coming up of the boys' all-star game as well. We'll have 3-point shooting competition and also slam dunk competition. So for Coach Mick Price and our great crew, Mark Martin, saying so long from the Dave Wills Gymnasium here on the campus of Shady Spring High School, Shady Spring, West Virginia. You've been watching live streaming coverage of the 32nd Annual Little General Scott Brown Memorial Classic, a sports presentation of Video Productions.